You're looking at a 410 Winchester pump shotgun. My father gave it to my wife for our wedding present, if you will. A great little shotgun, without question. He knew I didn't care for shotguns. I never did care for them, plus my hearing doesn't like them. And so he gave it to her. And she's used it very effectively through the years. Though mostly she deer hunts. With that in mind, though, there's some history about this shotgun that you might not understand unless you hear the story. You see, this shotgun was stolen from a man north of Hamlet, near where we sharecropped. Now that farmer had his house broke into, they stole the shotgun and a few other things, but the shotgun, when they were getting close to figuring out who did it, the two young men that did it decided they better get rid of the evidence. So one of the things they did was take this shotgun and they threw it in Enders Lake, which is a good-sized lake west and north of there, some distance. And they threw it in the lake. Well, about 6 weeks later, they zeroed in on them and got them into the sheriff's office, and they confessed. So he had them go out to the lake and strip down to their skivvies and go wading out for this shotgun and see if they could find it. And darned if they didn't find it. Now, it was rusted a wee bit, and the action was kind of messed up, and the wooden stalks were cracked and everything. Not a good thing to be in the water for 6 weeks. So they took the gun and they sent it back to the factory. Then the old factory, they did a number on it that you can't believe. They got it all perfect, and they sent it back to them. Those two boys, along with other fines and penalties that they had to pay for the shotgun repairs as well. So the man got his shotgun back, but his troubles were not over. He had 2 sons. Now that would sound like reasonable to have 2 sons, but the downside is he had 3 farms. And the 3 farms and 2 sons was the problem. Because you see, each son wanted 2 farms. Each son wanted 2. And he was about ready to give up an inheritance and let them have each a farm, and then he'd keep the 3rd farm for his old age, he and his wife's old age, to get them through whatever expenses they would have, including possible nursing home, whatever. That 3rd farm would pay for that. If there was anything left, the 2 sons could divvy that up. Well, the 2 sons didn't like that idea, but they wanted, each one of them wanted 2 farms, and then the other brother was supposed to get 1 farm. They both had that mindset that they should get the most. And then the brother would get the least, and then the father, well, he should just live on Social Security and be happy about it. Well, that wasn't going to work either. So what he did is he kicked them both off the farm. I said he kicked both of them off the farm. He kept the whole thing. And with that in mind, he then had the shotgun, and they both wanted the shotgun. And he said, well, that's the simplest thing to do. So what he did, he came over to my father, and he came bringing this in our kitchen, and he set it down. And he said, they're both fighting over this shotgun. He said, would you like to buy it for $50? Now back then, it was running $125 or $135. I forget exactly what it was, a new shotgun like this. And he said, I'll let you have it for $50. It's like new because they'd repaired it after it had been in the lake. And so my father had a hard time digging up $50, but he bought this shotgun for a $50 bill. And that man said, at least his boys aren't going to have that to fight over. I don't know what happened on the rest of the farming, or if the boys, I'd heard at the time, the boys wouldn't have nothing to do with him because he wouldn't do exactly what each of the boys wanted done. And so who knows what ended up there. But this shotgun has been stolen, thrown in a lake, repaired to brand new, then fought over as an inheritance, only to see my father get it rather than to let those 2 conniving brothers get it. And so, an interesting story and history of a 410 shotgun out here in southwest Nebraska.